All right, we're going to go over the Optavia incentive. I was just saying that this is the biggest incentive that Optavia has ever done. So it's exciting. We want to take advantage of this. They're really working on growth, and they're encouraging clients to really help people through the holidays. So let me share your screen, or my screen. I'm going to go over what the incentive is, then we'll answer questions, and then share a few takeaways from our leadership event in Phoenix that we went to. So those of you that are on that went, maybe just pick a takeaway or two that you think might help coaches as they are taking advantage of this incentive. So let me just pull this up. Okay, how do I make this bigger? Okay, can everyone see this? Give me a thumbs up if you can see this. Alina, give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Okay, awesome. All right, so this is fun because Optavia is giving away cash to help people get healthy during the holidays. So a couple things, it goes in groups of five new clients, but there is an incentive. If you get 3 new clients, you get entered into a drawing for $1,000. So that's awesome. And then every 5 clients you get a $250 bonus. So that's huge. And this is clients that are reactivated. So if you have a client that hasn't ordered since August, then they would count. Or of course, if you're a brand new coach, then a new client for sure. That's where where this incentive would come in. But you actually get a $250 bonus for every 5 new clients that you get, and that goes up to let's see. So I think it's up to 5,000. I haven't up to 25 new clients. So so if you get 10 new clients, that's $500 bonus, $1,500 bonus. Actually the total is up 25 would be $3,750. $3,750 bonus for 25 new clients. So does anyone have any questions about this part? Pretty self-explanatory. One thing though, your order has to be over $350 in food. So your book, that wouldn't count. You just make sure, like if you add the kit, you're good to go on that, because that would be over. So this is for a full month order. And so it needs to be over $350 in food. So just make sure that you're not under that, because then it wouldn't count. So any questions or anything that I missed for those of you that already know about this incentive? Okay, the next fun thing is you actually get.
Sorry, you said. Sorry, Liz. You said that it has to be. They have to order $350 for it to count.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
So it's a full month order. So $350 of food, not counting your book. So
got it. Okay.
That's why I say if you order the kit, you're good to go. Just make sure you're not like just barely under that, because that wouldn't count as one of your 5.
Okay.
So sounds like Courtney is out for a walk. So I just muted you, Courtney. Unmute yourself if you have more questions. That's awesome. I can tell you're out walking. Also, the next fun thing is you get compensated for helping a coach get new clients. So if you don't have a coach, start inviting your friends to coach, because this is the best month to start coaching, even better than last month when you got the double incentive. Because if you help a coach get 5 clients, they get $250, plus you get $250 for helping them do that. So that's pretty cool. So there's a few coaches on here that started in the very end of October. So Eric, any 5 new clients that you get starting today until December 8th, you get an extra $250 bonus, plus you're going to get your $200 bonus for your client acquisition bonus. So that kind of gives you that extra bump too. So that's really exciting. So Eric, I know that we were talking about a new coach. You had a few potential coaches. That's a great time to offer this, because a new coach that gets 5 clients, they get their client acquisition bonus, their extra $100 bonus, plus they get $250 bonus on top of what they're going to make for supporting clients. So this is super fun. And this goes until December 8th. So starting now, so let's say that you are a new coach and you already have a couple clients, or you aren't, or maybe you already have a couple clients in November. This is starting today until December 8th. So any 5 new clients that you get starting today until December 8th count toward this, or reactivated clients that haven't ordered since August. So let's open it up. Does anyone have any questions at all about this incentive? All I know is it's super exciting right before Christmas to have that potential of having, all of those extra bonuses. That makes sense to everyone? Okay. Well, it's just exciting because this is a great time to get people started through the holidays. Most people gain 8 to 10 pounds over the holidays. So imagine being able to help someone lose 10 pounds or 20 pounds over the next 2 months over the holidays and feel amazing. So don't feel like nobody wants to do the program over the holidays, because there's a lot of people ready to get healthy. So that's a lot of fun. All right, let me just check the chats really quick.
Hey, Liz, another thing too could be talking about how if somebody wants to take advantage of this, what's a tip or an action step, like some advice you can give for like getting started right now?
Yes. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Jerry had a question. So if they've already signed up before today, that wouldn't count as one of your 5 toward the bonus. So this runs until December 8th. So it doesn't end at the end of the month. It runs a month from now. So 5 new clients from now until December 8th, those would count toward this bonus. Hopefully that made sense, Jerry. All right, so I'm going to stop share. We're going to share some ideas on how to really get people excited about getting started over the holidays. So a couple things that we've been working on ourselves, like from on our way home from our leadership training, is we just got excited to help more people. And so I would say start with your hundreds list. Start with making a list of everyone you know. I started mine. I have well over 100, and I'm only in B's in my contacts of my phone. So I just started with family. I wrote down all of my adult siblings, nieces, nephews, cousins, aunts, uncle, everyone that you could think of in your family. Those are like people that already know you, kind of already trust you, maybe have seen your transformation if you are on the program. And then maybe think of your closest friends. Think of people in your neighborhood. If you go to church, pull out your ward list or your church list if you have that. People that maybe you see or talk to at church, maybe your friends' parents, but your Facebook friends. But one thing I love is just get out your contacts in your phone and just go through A, B, C, write down everyone you know. Doesn't mean you're going to call them all about doing the program. We're just getting this down on paper. And then we've just set a goal to contact at least 100 people this month. And so my micro goal is I'm going to call at least one person a day, but during this incentive is I want to call at least 10 people a day. So it might just be, and this isn't asking them to do the program, these are just reconnecting with people. So having more people on your heart that you're talking to. Some of them, yes, you might get the word out about what you're doing, share your story, ask if they know anyone that's wanting to get healthy during the holidays that you'd love to share your program with them. But these are people that you're just starting these conversations with. Call them up, let them know that you've been thinking about them, ask what's new in their life. Like just get some conversations started. If you don't have their phone number, or maybe you haven't talked to them in years and you don't want to just call them out of the blue, you can start with a message on Facebook. Just send them a message and ask, just tell them that they've been on your mind and you want to see how they're doing, or go and look at their Facebook page and go and send them a message about something that they posted. That recipe looked awesome. Is it something that you liked? Would you recommend it? Or your vacation looked so fun, or your daughter is doing well in basketball. It's so fun to see, like just start a conversation and ask a question. Because if you just kind of say happy birthday, they might just say thanks. But if you ask a question that they have to answer back, then that starts a conversation. So a hundreds list is a great way to start, just starting conversations. And we're not out to sell or push anyone, you're just starting conversations. And a lot of times it's going to come up, what are you doing? What are you up to? And then you can, kind of talk about what you've been up to. So that's one thing that I am really working on this month, is going through my hundreds list. I'm going to open it up. What are some other ideas of things that you guys are going to be doing just to get the word out more about what you're doing? Oh, Alina says, I like to say happy birthday and ask how they're celebrating. What are you doing today for your birthday? Because it makes them have to respond. And so I like that Facebook lets you know everyone's birthday. You can just go and send everyone a message that's having a birthday, and and ask them, what are they doing to celebrate their special day? That just kind of starts that conversation.
I've got another idea.
Great.
We do have the hot soup, the warm soup thing
Newsletter.
that you can go out. Also, I've got some that I'm working on for Thanksgiving. And so those are ones that would be able to, you can just reach out to people too and start conversations with those. So I'll get those posted for you as well.
Perfect.
So you can have those to kind
Vicki,
of break the ice.
Yes. Vicki, would you mind posting that in our Awaken Adventure Facebook group, and then also in the chat thread, the $1,000 a month chat thread? And so the way that you would use, Vicki does amazing emails. We are thankful for her creativity and she's so gracious. She shares them, and you'll have other coaches ask if they can share it. She's just so nice to do that. So she has a great newsletter that's just 8 healthy hot soups for winter. And so I wouldn't just post the soups on your page. People actually have to ask you to send them. Just so if you say, hey, I'm sending out 8 of my favorite healthy hot soup recipes for winter. Who loves soup? Who wants me to send it to them? And if so, private message me your email. And some people will just say me and not private message, and then you go and tag them. Kathy, I'd love to send you my email. Private message me your email address. I'm sending it out tonight. And so you'll get a lot of people. So you kind of have to write down on a paper, everyone that wanted it with their email address. So you can kind of keep track of that. And then you just go out and send out the email. But I always turn it into a conversation. So if they send me their email, I would say, great, I'm sending these out. I'm sending it out tonight or tomorrow. So watch your email. Tell me, what's your biggest goal right now? Are you looking for healthy recipes for a specific health goal? Are you, or what are you working on with your health this winter? So just kind of asking, is there anything that they're working on with their health this winter? And then if yes, say, I actually send out a healthy recipe every week, and I could hook you up with that too. And then just ask kind of, how's it going so far? What are you doing? Are you exercising or counting your calories? Just kind of get an idea of what they're doing with their health this holiday season. And so a conversation is just a great way to start a conversation. So try not to just get their email address and say, okay, I'll send it, but ask them more about, do they love to cook healthy recipes? Are they looking for healthy recipes? Or, is there anything that you're working on with your health this winter? I send out healthy recipes if that would help. Or, what's your biggest goal for your health this month? Just asking them a question to start that conversation, and then giving them something of value. So giving them the recipes. Thank you.
Liz?
Yes.
Sorry. How does that translate into, would you like a health assessment?
Yes, good question. So let's say that, someone says, yeah, I'm actually trying to lose weight. Then I'll say, great, what's your plan? What are you doing? How's it going so far? And then I would just say, I would love to chat with you. That's actually what I do. I help people to lose weight. Maybe I'll have some tips that might help you that I could give you. I'd love to do a free health assessment just to see if there's anything. So just kind of moving it to the phone. Or if they say, oh, I just want more energy to get through the holidays. Oh, I actually have some great tips on how to help you have more energy. I'd love to do a free health assessment with you and give you a few tips. And then when you get to the part about pairing them to the program, you know, then you would say, you know, after hearing your goals of wanting more energy and, you know, how busy you are, I think I might have a program that would really help you. Do you want me to tell you more about it? And then just go into telling them about the program. So just offering value, offering to hop on and just do a free health assessment, see if they're, just say, I might have some tips that would really help you quick start your weight loss, and then schedule a health assessment. All right, any other ideas on how to move conversations to the phone or what you're doing to spread the word with more people?
I've got one.
Great, Eric, share with us.
So I'm in a singles group, and it's really important to give gifts to yourself when you're single.
Mm-hmm.
And we all kind of do it. We all buy ourselves this one gift. And this year, my gift, and my friends always ask, what is your gift this year? Because we know that self-care is important. And my gift this year to myself is to lose the last 40 pounds that I've got before I hit my goal. So, you know, as I share my goals with my friends and stuff, it leads to a conversation about their goals, and you know, they see how excited you are about finally reaching your goals and stuff, and you know, you can translate that into a conversation real easy about their goals, and then move into a health assessment from there.
Yeah. Yep.
And I always try to remember it. A health assessment is simply as easy as saying, hey, I do some coaching on the side here. Do you want me to come give you a health assessment?
Yep.
You know,
And I like to add in a free health
everybody has
assessment
said
because
yes so far, so.
yeah, I always add in a free health assessment because a lot of people feel like, oh, that might cost me money to, you know, to meet with them, or so like just, hey, I'll meet with you. I'll do a free health assessment with you and just see how I can help you. So that's great. And even just asking questions on Facebook, like what's your gift to yourself this year? Does anyone else give themselves a gift during the holidays? Like just kind of asking questions. Or you could even organize a group of, you know, Eric could put together a healthy singles group through the holidays, and it's in a chat thread, and you guys all set a goal, and you, as part of the group, you do a health assessment before you start, just to talk about what your goals are. And you know, Eric, you could give a few tips, talk about, you know, pair them to a program just so they have an option, and then keep each other accountable. So you know, you could kind of do your own little accountability group, but just a way that you are helping other people stay accountable. But a health assessment's a great way just to see what their goals are, what they're already doing well at, what they struggle at. And then that's a great time to say, you know what, hearing your goals and, you know, things that you're already doing well at, and maybe things that you're struggling with, I think I have a program that would really help you. And on average, my clients are losing about 10 pounds a month. Do you want me to tell you about it? So just kind of giving them just education so that they know what's available, whether they're doing it now or January or in a year, like just sharing what you're doing. Perfect. All right. Anyone else have any other ideas of how they're getting the word out about what they're doing, starting more conversations?
You know what? I want to hear people's struggles too, because I feel like a lot of people here are struggling. If they're not talking about what they're doing, they're struggling. And I'm sure we all can relate and learn from that.
Yep. Does anyone have anything that they're struggling with or concepts that they're fighting that we can help with? Courtney, tell us one of yours. Since you brought it up, you must have something that you're struggling with.
Oh yeah, I do health assessments all the time, but like 90% of them fall through.
Okay.
So I don't know why. I've had 2 clients who were like, yes, I'm ready to go. And then, no, 3 clients. And then they said, oh, I don't think I can do this program.
Okay. Let's talk about that. So a couple things that I find, if you are doing, you know, if you're not having good success rate with health assessments, reach out to your mentor coach and have them do some more practice calls with you, or have them listen in on your health assessments, because a lot of times just having, you know, that extra set of ears, they might be able to help you with that, whether, you know, whether you're not being direct enough or too direct or not dreaming well enough with them, or, you know, like, so sometimes just having someone to listen in might really help. So Courtney, I would say, like, if 1 in 5 of your health assessments are not getting started, I would reach out for more, like some mentorship, some training on that. So it might just be that, but also knowing that, you know, it's not all right now, but staying connected with those people is key. One thing I love to do after a health assessment is keep that dreaming going. So I love to maybe find a couple, like a Google image of like something that they really want to do. If they want to start biking, for example, I'll go and find a picture of someone similar age as the person I talked to biking somewhere, like a beautiful picture, and just send it and say, I saw this and I thought of your goal, how you want to be biking, and I know that we can make that happen. I'm excited, you know, and I kind of speak in the terms that I already expect that they're going to do. I'm excited for you to do the program. You're going to love it. Even if they've never said that they're going to or not, like, I just assume, I mean, why wouldn't you do this program? So I kind of assume that they're going to do it. You know, I love talking with you about your goals. I'm really excited to partner with you. I know you're going to love it. I saw this picture of you, of this lady, you know, biking, and it just made me so excited to make that happen for you. So it kind of like just gets them excited, like to see a visual and to know that you actually thought, like, remembered something that was really important to them. So I love to do that. If I hear something during the health assessment, like someone wants to get off their diabetes medication, or, you know, whatever it is, like just travel more or something, I love to send them a visual. So, and that doesn't have to be right after. It could be like a week if they've kind of like ghosted you and you haven't heard back. I'll just send them like, oh, I saw this today, this picture today, and it just reminded me of what we talked about, your goals, and I'm just excited to help you do that. But also making sure that you're following up too. So, and let it come at their own time. So some people are ready right now, but some are not, and they just kind of need to see you being consistent. And so seeing you live out loud, Courtney, you're great at living out loud with your health. So just, you know, keep doing that, make it look fun. And, you know, people want to join you when they see how happy it makes you too. So layering, you know, working on your own health, and then following up. So if, you know, maybe they weren't ready right then, in a few weeks or a month, call them back and say, you know what, Julie, you've just been on my mind so much, your goals about wanting more energy and having more confidence. I just can't stop thinking about you and how awesome it would be to help you. Have you, you know, how are you doing with those goals? When you're ready, I am just really excited to help you. I know you're going to love the program. So just kind of following up, not being pushy, but just let them know that, like, it made you excited to think about what they could do. And just sometimes someone needs you to believe in them because they don't believe in themselves yet. So, all right.
Liz?
And yes.
I was going to say a concept or struggle that I had a lot at the beginning as I started coaching, and, you know, kind of continues to hold me back sometimes, is I don't know enough. Like that idea of I don't know enough, especially for new coaches who are like, I'm just learning this stuff. There's so much I don't know. I was the person who I wanted to go read everything, do all the trainings before I got into action and started talking to people. And so going to the Leadership Summit this last week, that's one thing that super stood out to me, and I've heard it before, but Dan Valentine just said it so passionately, you know, reminding us, get into action. And so, you know, the 3 things, especially for new coaches, I would super recommend is 1, like reach up to your mentorship. You don't have to do this alone. That's why we're here. We team coach, you know, get their support. They have the experience. And then 2, we have a simple system. So don't try to reinvent the wheel, just like plug into the system and your coach can help you do that. And then get into action, you know? So imperfect action is, you know, better than, what's it called? What did they say? Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction any day of the week. Yes. And so, you know, better done than perfect. Just go out there and, you know, do the steps that we have in our system, whether you feel ready or not. It's kind of like that, ready or not, here I come. And that's how we share the, you know, our gift with other people. And the more people you talk to, the more people you'll find who are ready to receive it. So that would be my advice on something I know I've struggled with.
Yep. And one quote that sticks with me is, The only failure is giving up. So the only time you're failing is if you quit. You kind of have to like learn from our mistakes and keep going. So, you know, don't feel like you can say something wrong, because you can't say something wrong to the right person, but we learn as we go, like how we can improve. And just, I think the biggest thing is don't give up. And if it's easy, you're not growing. It's going to be hard to grow. So
there's a
yeah.
quote I heard this weekend too, that said, fall, or it said, fall 7 times and get up 8. So just basically just keep getting up.
Yep.
Just like that.
One other quote I wrote down says, just love them and they'll grow. So, you know, people just want to know that you care about them, and, you know, they'll be ready eventually, but just love them until that happens. And one thing is like just helping people dream a little bit. So maybe asking them, where would you like to be in 5 years? Like if you could imagine kind of your ideal place, kind of the scary dreams, what would you like to see change in your life 5 years from now? Doesn't have to just be health, like where would you want to be? So kind of find out where they want to take their life, financially, physically, mentally, like what do they want to see change? Because the weight loss part, that's just the beginning of a transformation. That's not even a tiny bit of our program. That's just the first step to getting them on the road to transformation. And so, you know, offering them more than just losing some weight. I love that, you know, there's a study that shows that, I think it was like 51% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account. And I mean, just to think of that, most people in America, like if an emergency happened or if they lost their job, they wouldn't know what to do. You know, that's kind of scary. That gives people stress that affects their whole life, like living paycheck to paycheck or not having security. And so offering coaching, offering the abundance of dreaming a little bit more too. So just remember, it's not just about offering weight loss. It's about a transformation. You know, that's what Optavia is lifelong transformation. That's just like getting healthy. That's just like the very first step of what's possible in someone's life. Anyone else have any other struggles or concepts they want to talk about? Or those of you that were at the Leadership Summit, anything that really helped you to move forward that you want to share?
Liz, I wanted to share, because I think this is such a good reminder for all of us. At the conference, Dan Valentine got up and kind of wrapped up the whole thing. And for anyone that was there, I feel like that was kind of like the, almost like the climax of the event, because he just kind of like brought everything together. But what he talked about is the imperfect action quote that Liz mentioned. But then he said, I cannot decide to be a rank, but I can decide to commit to action. And I thought that was super powerful, because all of us on here are working towards some goal, whether that's a rank or like $1,000 or an incentive trip or, you know, whatever it is. And we can't decide for people to do it, to make the choices. We can't make someone become a coach. But it really was powerful to me that I can decide that no matter what, I'm going to commit to doing the action that it's going to take. And then if I come up short, then it's okay. Like I've done my part, I've done everything I can, and I can feel good about that. But we can't be so tied to a goal. And he said that there's no elevator to the 10th floor. You have to commit to taking every single step of that journey. You can't just jump on an elevator and have it be done for you. So I think that was good for me to remember. And the other thing he talked about at the end is he said there's 4 conversations that we should be starting. And because he was talking about getting into massive action to move towards this. And there's 4 things that we can control. So the 4 conversations that we should be starting are with people who need what we have. So who want this gift. We should be having sponsoring conversations. So like today I have 3 people that I'm so nervous to call that I'm calling that are on my sponsoring list. We should be making conversations with our mentorship team. So if you aren't talking with your mentorship, And the last one was real talk with coaches. So talk with other coaches and other people in our community like we're doing right now, which I think is awesome. But then the 4 things that we can control, which I'm taking too much time, but
No, these are good.
He said that I can control the heart that I have to help people. So I can control that passion and heart that I have. He said that I can control my personal health. So for all of us, and that was something that was super powerful to me. They always joke that if your waistline is growing, your business is not. And it's like we have to be working on our own health, and that's something we can control. We can control how integrated we are. So not missing these trainings. I love that there's so many people on. I think this is the most we've had on this call today. But like all the other trainings, the Tuesday 20, the Monday night leadership, all those things, we can control that. And we can control that we're following the system. So like, you know, doing your practice calls if you're new, you can control those. You can control, you know, plugging a client in, all these things. But we can't control if a client decides to go off program and make bad choices, or we can't control if, you know, someone says no, but we can control those 4 things. So I just thought that was a huge takeaway that really applies to what we're doing in this group.
Thank you. Those are great. Anyone else have a takeaway that they want to share? And I love that you talked about just do what you have control over. You have control over what you do, your feelings, your actions. All you can do is love people and share with people, and you can't control if they're ready right now or, you know, what rank you're going to be, but you can control the action steps that are going to get you there. All right. Anyone else have a takeaway or a question at all? This is your time.
I had one more thought to share.
What's that, Cheryl?
Love the idea that no action is a waste of time. So I feel like there's a lot of times when we'll do the work, you know, we'll put in the action, and, you know, we talk a lot about being action driven versus results driven. So if you don't, you know, see instant results, like, don't give up. Like, that wasn't a waste of your effort. Just keep going, keep loving people, keep looking for more people. And we talk about watering, or what's it called, planting seeds as well. Like, we're planting a lot of seeds. We are talking to a lot of people. We're loving people, making connections, you know, getting the word out about, you know, the gift that we have, what we do. And, you know, just because people aren't necessarily ready right now or immediately, like, that's okay. Like, when do we plant a seed and it immediately sprouts? Like, it takes time for that to happen. And we don't want to, like, just like with the harvest, we don't want to plant a field and then walk away because they didn't immediately grow. And then it kind of was a waste if you just walk away from it. We have to go back and continually water those seeds that we've planted. And when they're ready, one at a time, they'll start popping up. And so it's one of those things, until you have that experience, you just have to just keep moving forward, because sometimes it's a little bit on faith at first. And you have to say, okay, like, I'm going to trust my mentorship. I'm going to trust the process and just do it, because, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a waste. It'll come when it's time. But if you walk away from it, then you may have, you know, wasted your efforts of planting those seeds. But, you know, it's not a waste. It's all valuable, and we're adding, you know, love and value to other people.
Yep. Loving other people is never a waste of time. So make that like your biggest goal. All right. So hopefully everyone understood the incentive and set a goal of at least 5 people this month. You know, the extra $250 bonus is going to be fun over Christmas. I'm sure you could use that. But just knowing that you're helping 5 people get healthy during the holidays, you know, when they normally would have been struggling, is really rewarding. So I would say, everyone, that's doable. A goal of at least 5 new clients this month. Reach up to your mentorship, make a goal with them. I'm opening up my schedule this week. Anyone that is not finished with their training or does not have 5 clients, sign up. Let's do practice calls. let's get the word out to more people. But definitely get your hundreds list going. If you don't have that, that is the key to your business, is having a list of people in front of you of who you want to connect with. And I myself have a goal to reach out to 10 people a day, whether it be starting a conversation on Messenger or text, or picking up the phone and reconnecting. The phone is always best. So if you have their number and it's a friend or family member that you can just call and reconnect with, that's the best action that you can take. But setting a goal of how many connections you want to do every day, that's really going to start a lot of conversations throughout the month also. And then also definitely, planting that coaching seed. Invite people to coach, to explore coaching. Share a couple qualities that you think that you see in them that would make a good coach, and just invite them to explore coaching, just to see what it might look like for them and see if it would be a good fit. So, I think growing your business in both ways and offering that, people have different needs. Some are weight loss, some are financial and mental, transformation. So we just have everything that we can offer. So I just appreciate you guys hopping on. I'm going to end the recording, and I'll just stay on for a few minutes if anyone has any questions that they want to ask or anything I can help with. So you guys have a great week. Let's get to work.